Happy Web Design Wednesday, everyone. Daniel here with PagePerfect, bringing you another episode where we feature one of the WordPress websites that we've designed, as well as talk about the search engine optimization that we've put into this site to help it rank organically in search results. Today we're featuring Selah Early Learning Academy located in Bozeman, Montana. This is a Christian preschool, and prior to the pandemic, they were only a local physical drop-in, not drop-off, drop-in, but you know what I mean, like physically attended preschool. And then during the pandemic, they decided that it would be advantageous for them to come up with an online curriculum for preschoolers, which is pretty rare on the internet. And so we did a website redesign for them. Specifically, we put into practice the StoryBrand marketing framework. So this is the StoryBrand website. If you're not familiar with them, you got to check them out. They're all about clarifying your brand's message. And they've got some really, really helpful and practical tools to help any brand do that. And so we implemented their worksheet and modeled after their landing pages, everything on this page. And so I'll highlight some of those things for you. So first off, what you're going to see on this page is a consistent call to action throughout the page. There's one exception to that, and that is down here at the bottom. You see that different color CTA, which is highlighting, hey, we have an online program. So on this page, you're going to mainly see that one green button, schedule a tour, and it's geared towards the local people in Bozeman, scheduling a tour of the physical preschool. And everywhere you see the orange, which is only, I think, 3 spots on this page, and one of those is hidden right here, then that's referring to the online preschool. And of course, we can hide that call to action if we're not even interested in that. So that is the call to action strategy there. We also have an account login down here near the footer, so that those who are part of the online program can get logged in and check out their invoices and subscriptions and all of that. Let's go ahead and click those calls to action. Schedule a tour is going to bring up a form to fill out right there on the right hand side. Up here in the top left, we also have a off canvas menu where we've got some key site navigation happening. As we scroll further down the page, I want to show you some of these StoryBrand framework principles at play. So the first of those is that we have one consistent call to action throughout the page. Part 2 is that in our hero, we're really trying to attract or speak to people's high level motivation. And so it's not just that your kid gets daycare, it's that you get to come home to inspired kids, to educated kids, excited kids. Like, that's what you get when you come to our school. And so that's what we're implementing here. And of course, a little call to action subheading there. The next part of a StoryBrand website is going to be this, what we call the what's at stake section, meaning what happens if you don't take action on this page. So here we've got it saying your child is developing now. Early development propels future development. Don't put it off. Essentially, it's kind of like the fear of missing out. It's used on websites in a great way, in this case, to state positively what you get if you take action. And we're just encouraging people to not put it off because then they'll be missing out. All right, so then we get into some value propositions. These are meant to be small statements that really communicate the clear value of coming to this preschool. So I'm not going to read all of these. I'm just going to give you the layout and the marketing mindset behind each section of this homepage. Every section of a StoryBrand website, and we like to say our PagePerfect websites, is doing a very specific thing in marketing, in terms of marketing. So this section here is called the guide, and this is where we really want to show that Selah Early Learning Academy, one, has empathy and understands where its customers are coming from. And the second part of this guide section is to showcase our expertise on the topic or in this industry. And so you can see here we care about our students and work hard to build relationships with our families. And they've been voted best school 3 consecutive years in the Bozeman program, Bozeman Award program. So that is the guide section. Then we get into what I would refer to as kind of some of the medium level of details about how this service or product comes across to how they actually get there. I'm getting my words mixed up here, but what I'm trying to communicate is this is like starting to get into more of the details of the program itself without being a long form detailed this is not going to have a ton of text, but at least it's starting to show people, here's how this works, here's how our program's set up. Here visually is your options to choose from on these programs, and here visually is what's included in our product or service. So I refer to this as the mid-level roadmap, or you could just call it the roadmap, for helping your prospects understand clearly that there is some weight to the value propositions on this page. All right, next up we have the 3 simple steps. Every website, every homepage, every landing page should have clear, actionable items that the person can expect to take in order to do business with you and get to their dreams fulfilled by working with you. And so here we've got it laid out, 3 easy steps. You're going to tour Selah, you're going to complete the forms, and you're going to pay the enrollment fee. Easy breezy, 1, 2, 3. There's no real reason to have anxiety or come up with objections. It's that easy. All right, this next section here is where the details of the program really come into play. If anyone's really going to read this this part of the page, then they're highly engaged, they're very explorative and investigative in your product or service. So for that reason, we want to keep this small visually, and yet you can see this expand button. It opens up a lot more information. So if someone wants to dig in, they can definitely dig in. But most people, first time on the website, they're going to scroll this page and just read the headlines. And that's the point of the story brand framework. We're capturing and we're drawing them into our story, even just with the headlines on this page. Next up here, we've got the social proof. Every website in 2021 and beyond needs to have social proof. It's not enough these days to just say, hey, you got to take our word for it. We're a trustworthy company. Instead, you want to have real user reviews on your Google My Business, your Yelp, your Facebook page, and then you want those to be embedded here on your homepage, and specifically, even better, if this is a dynamically embedded tutorial. So that's what these are. These testimonials are dynamically embedded on the homepage, and that is giving the latest and greatest testimonials. It's also keeping your page fresh in Google's eyes, which is going to help with your search engine optimization. All right, next up, we're starting to get to what we call the junk drawer. Okay, the junk drawer is actually going to be at the very bottom. It's this in the footer of the website, and this is going to be all of those other links to the various pages on your website, including any digital downloads. Like in this case, they have some enrollment forms they want to link to that are PDFs. And before we get to that, I want to also show you the frequently asked questions section of a website. This is an awesome section of any website because it serves 2 purposes. First and foremost, from a marketing standpoint, this is your chance to answer any potential objections that your lead or your prospect will have about your business. And so get those objections answered already on this page, and you're going to help sell more of your product or service. The The second purpose of having a frequently asked questions section is visually, this is very small. It's not a sight for sore eyes. But for Google, they see every one of these because they see the entire website's code. And so they will see, the Google algorithm will see all of this text on page, even though visually it looks like there's nothing there initially. And so this is not breaking any rules. This is a great user experience while still serving Google's algorithm. And so you can see all the text we're getting on this page. So I'm going to click this Google extension I have right here, and we're going to see how many words on page there actually is on this home page. So we actually have almost 2,500 words on page, which is a great help for your organic search optimization. It said that on average, the pages that rank in the top of Google have at least 2,000 words on page. That's on average. So there's sites with more, sites with less. And it's nice to know that we have on this page 2,500 words, and yet visually, a lot of those words at first glance are folded up into these accordion style buttons, or this expanded section here. So all great things to have on your website. For the sake of time, I'm going to close things out there, but just know there's actually a lot more even to this website. All the standard inner pages, all the interlinking that we want to have for proper search ranking, other calls to action that are unique on the online page rather than this physical preschool page. And there's the e-commerce checkout for any online subscribers from anywhere in the world actually can subscribe to this site and can check out straight away. Just a lot of things here, too much to get into, but I want to thank you for staying with me today on this episode, and I'm wishing you a happy Web Design Wednesday. Take care.